Hey guys, please don't mind the hair. I just woke up. But I watched Tik Tik Boom finally after many requests from my friends and my loved ones. But yeah, finally watched it. So yeah, here we go. So Tik Tik Boom, it stars Andrew Garfield, and he plays Jonathan Larson, the mind behind Rent, and actually kind of follows the story of his first kind of attempt into breaking into Broadway. And honestly, I really like this movie. Like spoilers for the rest of the review, I really like it, but it really does kind of show like the struggling artist, like the starving artist, and how desperate some people are into kind of breaking out, into kind of getting their name out there. And he wasn't really like a bad guy, but he was kind of neglectful on the benefits that he already had. But yeah, it kind of follows what's his name? Jonathan Larson through writing songs for his first musical, for a musical that he's been working on for many years, and how kind of obsessed he is in this. And it kind of really does show like it kind of reminds me of the movie Soul, like that Disney movie. I really like Soul, that kind of has the same message of, well, not the same message, that kind of still has that underlying theme of like, you know, if you reach your dreams, that doesn't really mean that everything will be fixed. And I really did like that, just because it really did show how obsessed he was, how neglectful he was of his daily life, just so he can get a big break. And I don't know, and I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but like not everything is fixed by the end. Um but yeah, onto the music. It is a musical after all. I thought the music was actually done really, really well. Um, I don't know the full story of Jonathan Larson and Tick Tick Boom, the original. So I don't really know if everything was written by all if all these songs were written by Jonathan Larson, or some were written or manipulated by Lin-Manuel Miranda. But I think the music was fit in really, really well. Some of them were joyous, some of them were kind of more serious. But I really liked how in some musical scenes, like some displays of music, it kind of contrast like the seriousness of like the talking bits of, like, they spliced in kind of like a funny song, or like a very humorous song, into kind of a serious situation. And I really liked that a lot of the music really did kind of added a lot of flavor to the story. And I would say the cinematography is actually done pretty well. I would say the musical scenes had a lot more cinematic flavoring, just because they had a little bit more creative shots, creative angles, creative transitions, while the more talking head stuff, where it was just mostly dialogue, didn't like. It was kind of uh it was a safe kind of approach to those scenes, which I like. It worked. Like, it got the information out there. I thought maybe it could be a little bit more creative with the cinematography, but again, this is Lin Manuel Miranda's first directorial debut, and or for a movie, and he did really, really well. Like, I got to say, the direction is very strong. It's very Lin Manuel Miranda, and it really does have a voice, and he's putting it out on the screen for you. And I think he did really well for his first movie. And now for the verdict. Honestly, I had a few issues in the movie. I can't really remember them, just because I watched it like yesterday, and I kind of have a headache right now. But yeah, I think the movie's actually worth a watch if you're not into musicals. If you're not, I mean, if you're into musicals but you're not like a Broadway fan, like, I would say it's still worth a watch, just because it's so creative, it's so fun, and it does deliver a really good message about, pursuing a goal to the point of obsession. And if you are a musical fan, if you love Rent, if you love Lin Manuel Miranda, you guys already watched this. There's no reason for you to be watching a guy on YouTube talk about, his thoughts on it. It's worth a watch. Also, it's on Netflix, so It's definitely worth like a watch if you already have a Netflix account. I don't know if I would let you know I would buy a ticket for it if it was in theater. It's that good. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Whiplash too, just because of that, struggling artist putting themselves through hell just so they could become something great. Yeah, so I think it might be like a underrated version of Whiplash, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, thank you for watching. Peace.